update on looking into ourselves when we're in any kind of relationship. We get orientated to our own positioning. Like literally, it could be just figuring out, like, well, what are you doing in that moment? But I'm talking about the one-on-one relationship where, okay, so it's a soulmate, soul flame kind of thing, to where it starts to wiggle the wires of your own inner lessons and the things that you need to work out psychologically, your subflooring, your subconscious wiring about yourself that really does it's a reflection of how you were treated, I guess, or what you understood about yourself, or about your mother and father's relationship, let's just say, and and very early years subject matter like that, that we tend to seal up. Psychologists say that the emotional personality, like the way that you'll respond to people and the way that you, how you respond to your own emotions, is sealed in personality by the age 3, because that's when your emotional life kind of ends. And I don't mean it ending, but what I mean it's that you're starting to learn other things about, and you're getting in your body, and now your mind needs to get fed. And boy, does that get all disoriented somehow, maybe. But just getting back to that basic mechanic where it's first our emotions that we communicate from, and also we gather right away our full-on intelligence emotionally based in how they respond to our emotions and how we respond to them responding to our own emotions, like kind of a thing. And it begins our, I guess in a way, it's our own self-consciousness, a glimmer, but our emotional life is very much communicating first and foremost, and it's the most intelligent communicators. It's what Abraham Hicks says is our guidance system. And I would just say, yeah, that's part of the feeling good thing. You have contrast, is what she would say, but you are definitely, when you're a musician, you're not hanging on and playing all the bad notes all the time. Because first of all, you would, if you're a narcissist, it's the basic. You want people to give you attention. You know what I mean? And music seems to like a no-brainer for narcissists. But there's one small thing that they run into, is that they have to learn how to play music. But anyway, getting back to, I mean, well, they can get a drum maybe, because there's something called timing. I mean, music is kind of complicated. You can't just grab it and say, "I'll do it." But the main thing that they do, they say, what? They wake up one day and they go, me, 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 me. No brainer. I noticed that so and so and so and so and so and so and so were playing the band pretty good. I can go and just sing. I can go sing. In fact, well, no, that doesn't work for them. But there's karaoke. Karaoke will work. Hey, every Friday and Saturday, there you go. And well, it's not usually the one that's drunk up there that can't sing at all. Really, it's the one that, it's like, can they sing? No. But they think they can, and a lot of people do think they can. Most people think they can, wouldn't know the difference. But no, some people who are actually listeners of music, that means, what I just said there in code, some people who are God, they can hear. Man, the voice is the hardest thing to play as a musical instrument. You can't just wake up one day and say, I think I'll just go and sing. Me, narcissists, yay! Me. Sorry, was that too much? 1444. I hope you enjoy my entertainment. I was originally trying to communicate about something. What? Getting back into your joy if you want to heal from being siphoned of all of your natural life force energy, which I didn't expect to have what is happening to me now. And I think we need to talk about, like, say, okay, the soulmate thing and the soul flame thing. Um, you have your own work to do, and you're probably really good at doing your own work, but what if that other person isn't? See, that's where you have to be careful of that. Well, is that person just complicating the work that you're not having to? Of course, they wouldn't have showed up in the first place. A lot of them is just, now I understand. It's like, well, it's not a good thing. A lot of times, it's a good thing if you can honestly kind of click the game, click. You both kind of sit and you click your video game aside, and you're sitting there and you're going, gosh, phew. So what do you think? I really have my shit that what do you think it's really coming from? The blah blah, and you really could talk about it. Like, what is it coming from? Like, why? What am I stuck on? Do you think that you're actually preying into my vulnerabilities, or is it really that real at all? I mean, can we work it out if we did communicate something like that? Well, click. Oh, we're not going to communicate. Okay, well, click. And it's like, we'll set this on fire. I don't know. People that don't communicate, man, it goes into a weird darkness because they can perceive it into something else that it's not really happening. See, a narcissist, we all know, does not solve problems. Not anytime soon, because especially in relationships, if a problem develops, and I'm talking about us all now, I'm not free of this kind of stigma, right? If a problem develops and you're apt to deny it, then you're not going to like it it kind of tracing back to you, and then there's where the narcissist has their reactive abuse about everything, right? And doesn't want to sit and speak. You can see that how they just want to run out the door. And I wonder, it's like, okay, so do you want to get therapy? Because, and please pay them. I'm certainly not getting paid, but pay them, the amount it takes to test you, to not just, you see, you can't just run out the door with them. And a therapist's job is to get into those hot and heavy places in communicating. And a lot of times it's like this, it's like, if they see you vibrate a certain way while you're communicating, they're like, uh-oh, this person doesn't really communicate at all. Check. So do you have, how's your sister doing? Is your sister, I don't know. You know what I mean? They just ask you questions, and they see how uncomfortable you get with certain subject matter, I guess, with yourself, because it's not really them. You know, you people are taking it out on each other. And it's like, have you learned not, since when did it get so personal? Well, when adult matters, now when really subject matter that takes maturity, really just handling yourself and saying, God, if that's the way it is, it must be the same way with other people. Well, they don't do that. If they're vulnerable and they could be playing a whole other game that I don't want to know about, it's sad. They could have been, yes, treated very, very poorly. I mean, it just depends on how personally you take these people around you who are just people. They're not super powered people. They're not God. They're just, your parents are just people. And the sooner that they can kind of get that across to you, the sooner that you can gain respect for the whole experience of life. Really, it's like, whoa, wait a minute. And yourself, you can treat yourself more respectfully and put yourself out there. Go and adventure, do things that gives you experiences that says, hey, I'm me and they are them, and hey, I can come from a place, I can be, at least I can be present to the bum sleeping next to the telephone pole. That's all it is out there. After a while, you're going to notice, I mean, how long does it take? Looks like it's 50 years now, you realize, fuck people. I mean, it's just like, well, hopefully you always minded your own business, and then you got a little bit of a crooks. For me, it was just the last 4 years or three. It's like, wait a minute, I'm getting too involved in the illusion of people. Usually, you have the truth that you're keeping yourself happy-go-lucky with. You will meet other people along the way, and between you, what do you have? Nothing but the truth. You're like, yeah, look at, we know how to do it. We know how to fucking do it. But see, doesn't money throw a monkey wrench in the whole subject matter comment section down below? As far as that, I mean, not really. Not for me, but see, that's where it did get kind of shady for me is um, now we're going to talk about the Venus at 11 degrees, Cazimi, the Sun, Gemini at 11 degrees, Sun, that it squares my Jupiter going backwards. And I didn't even remember my Jupiter going backwards. It's the only one going backwards. It's kind of like doing the moonwalk over there in the 12th house of Pisces, which isn't bad because it is going backwards. Otherwise, it's complete self-undoing, but no, I'm still intact here, and I know there's a way to get some self-worth going to where I can see. That's what I was wondering. It's like, okay, so but I hope you can put a dime on this. Send. See, I wanted to do this. Send for this next particular bit of information if you think it's valuable. See, darn. This is so pathetic. I have a snail mail box that I need to keep open, and I have to pay the fee by the end of this month, June here, and it's $80, and I'm just trying to raise up money for that, amongst other things, of course. And I always think it's like, well, wow, how many people are following this, and how many people can friend? I just got 47 friends likes on the narcissist video, and it's like, gosh, what if like if 47 people sent me $5? Do you know how it would really stabilize my mind? Because here we go with I just I'm going to consume my creative life is going to be consumed by trying to make money. No, but really, you're supposed to make money by doing something creative and if your friends like it, if they make money, if that's all they can do, I don't know. You find out that people, if that's all they can do, and they're really just about money making, they are the cruddiest, most meanest, fucking inhuman, cold-hearted, fucking bizarre, weird fucking people you'll ever meet. They're not heart-oriented, they're only mind-oriented. And it's like, good for you, you fell into the trap of hell. We're actually human beings trying to live here. So for the next information I was about to give, can I remember what I was going to say? Oh, yeah, of course I can, because it's this thing that's square my Jupiter, and I'm trying to solve like humanitarian crisis of what do we even need money? What's it here for? And I say, yeah, it's for our organization. If you want to really conduct money into working for. Now you want to talk about in God we trust? What's that, God, Jesus? What was that all about? Who knows, girl? You better watch out, though. Oh, yeah, you better watch out. You're doomed. You're doomed. I know. I'm right with you, though. Fuck this world. Anyway, getting back to you temporarily here, I'm just going to be a comedian. Yes, please send money, because I'm about to tell you. This is my address. Click it, take a picture of it, and there it is. You can send $5 bill, and I would be so pleased. This is just this is my unique way of trying to get ahead. I have to change my communications, and it hasn't been important enough to me, I guess. See, why can't it happen this way? Do you guys still handle cash money? God. And I don't want the same people that see. There's been like a few people over the last 10 years who have sent me. Actually, they've sent me $100 bill, and I feel so grateful for them being there. They said that I've helped them a lot with some ideas and stuff. I'm just humble about that, and so I should take it and say thank you so much. And but please, I'm not trying to tag you guys again. I'm not even trying to do it again, except for let's do this permanently. Why can't it work for people like me? What if I get better under the support system of this kind of thing, which is that's what it's supposed to be? And I am not kidding. See, I have to copyright this because I have to be careful because I know that I'm onto something based in the very English language that everybody wants to figure out something like this. You can hear it. It's like, well, we have to change our language or we have to blah, blah, blah about language and about translation and about money and about blah, blah, blah. See, and I found it. I've been downloaded from an astral travel experiences and I'm still given to just channeling in such a way that is astonishing to me. I had an experience just a couple days ago that was just, it proves to be something that is can be very uncomfortable too, but to stay protected and into your life path that is meant for you, your guides will pull up, your whole body will pull up on you. I mean, so thanks for going into this little passage. I'm trying to heal myself, and it's hard for some people like me. I mean, I'm fine. You know, I'm 50 years old, and I can see a way that I can weasel out of feeling bad all the time. And I'm here to tell you, everybody knows this. It's that the monetary system, and it doesn't have to be like this, but it's really actually geared this way. It challenges your vibrational frequency. First of all, this is what it does. I mean, what it is, it produces a fake feeling, a fake good feeling. It fakes your feelings for you after a while. Your good feeling, your feeling that you need to tap into the what in God we trust, but it just completely takes you away from that. How? I think it's just in the wrong hands. It's just been it's been flipped upside down. The perception of how to work anything has been lost. So if there was a way to work it, that's gone. But what if we are onto something like I am saying? And I'm saying, look, okay, look how I can see it. I mean, I want $5 for this. If you like this, you know, I mean, I know it takes a little time to do it, but you know what? I have taken my time with some people doing some things before, and it's paid off. And I'm telling you, it could pay you off, but money is a weird thing. So no, I've sent money. And God, I hate this video. Don't you? Christ, why is it so hard for me to ask for help and to do what I need to do? Well, see, I've been having. I have a unique life, so I'm going to come to you from my unique perspective about what I found out about what money is up to. I just tried to tell you, it gives you the fake feeling. It fosters a fake feeling. So of course there's fake people. You know, they don't really. There's nobody really there. It's sad. It's the narcissistic society, right? You know that the government, down to your education system, creates what is called the cerebral narcissist. Okay, so I'll put up some information at the end of this video that talks about the cerebral narcissist and what becomes of them. There's a certain thing that psychologists over and over see this coming into them, and they're like, well, what is it? And we know very little, but in the 90s, a lot has been broken through because we just know more and more. We've seen the system create this more and more, and it's coming in. People are troubled, and it's a statistical study. It's just through algorithms, they see it more and more, and they say, well, this is what, you know, come in, let's see, you know, whole families, right, that go to therapy and might do that, that it's kind of like a kind of journaling about the history of the way people live through behaviors they see. You know, that's all they can study is behavioral patterning and look at conditions that they were brought up in. Now, the education system is like number one, right? That's like the influences that you want to see. It could be that, it could be religious values, it could be, and all of it is just dirty, no good stuff. Not really, because there's a natural world. You can get into a natural world, believe it or not. And I didn't just say stay a cave person and hang out in the dirt all the time, and and figure out what to do with a tree. No, there's a natural world in the highest of high perceived arenas of working with energy, and that includes your electricity and exactly what I'm talking about there, down to your technologies being fueled and how and why they're even working. Uh, that is so vague to the average person to think about. Like, they just think, oh, we've got it all souped up and we are on the leading edge. It's like, no, actually, you got to figure out something out here because this world is so falling apart. It's actually gone already. It's spinning off into fucking broken land because everybody thinks we have to fucking hang on to it and take care of it and repair it. And it's like, would you stop? What are you fucking keeping in order anyway? But your own imprisonment system that says you can't ever do anything on your own anyway. It's kind of weird. And money keeps all that into fucking play. Minute 20. Congratulations. Did I ever get where I wanted to fucking get into? Talk about it. I'm sorry. Was that worth $5? Boy, see, I'm the only one that's going to make money in my life talking shit about money. I'm not wearing a mask. I'm not wearing a mask. I'm not saying, but for 19.99, you too can be pacified and get and oh sorry, might as well, right? Trust me, it's service with a smile here. Yep, it sure is. Just kidding. I mean, really. Whoops. Sorry. Whoa. What I would do is refine what's channeling in. I can see it's painful. It's not easy. Not easy. To become a bird brain. That's pretty much it. Evacuate all the past and all the future. Just get into now and say, whoa, look at this backdrop, people. Woo! This backdrop full of what is this? And what are we going to do? I mean, I think I'm pretty well protected here. I mean, you can't really do much more to me. There isn't anything left. You know, I'm sitting here trying to get a feed into me. I'm a creative person, and I've always done things that give me energy. Just going outside will give me energy because I love the outdoors. And my grandma used to say, "Oh, I just love when you come in from gardening and you talk to me because the energy that I would get and give to her, and I love that. I don't mind it. Even reciprocation is nice to feel between people. I mean, if they don't have it coming in themselves, and of course we can feed each other that way. So that's where I would um, talk about energy. Yeah, this is what I wanted to charge for to tell you about this thing. How they tell you that money is just energy. No, it isn't. There's human energy that people are paying um, for. Yeah, when somebody goes out and makes tacos or something really well, and maybe they make it a little better, and so they have to charge a little more, it's because their human energy went into it. And now, if they're just a moneymaker, maybe see this is the thing is that the moneymaker. I say just a moneymaker in that way is that it's because more and more and hit like and subscribe if you can just agree that money has went to okay, especially since C-19 thing, it's condensed into just like people. A lot of people lost their jobs, their like their clientele. I know I did as just a little person because it kind of shut down, right? You don't, and I got phobic. I'm still phobic. I don't really want to deal with the public at all because what if it is a real thing that you can get sick from the C-19 thing? Really, I've never been that afraid either. But now I'm thinking, okay, what if I am wrong? That that it's just a cold flu symptom. They've always manipulated cold and flu symptoms into the population. None of it is natural, coming from whatever. From it comes from they insert it into. I hate to tell you, it's like look at the farm meats, the centralized food systems that can easily put a pathogen in there and make you all. I remember, when I was a kid, it was really common. Everybody was getting sick, and it was just less and less of that going on. I think now, I mean, maybe because think of how bad it could really get if it was contagious, and it's been a steady money making thing. Of course, get them all together and blah blah blah. Sorry about that. That probably got me. How much money do you think? I mean, now I'm going to advertise. Now you can shut me down for $10. Just send $10. If more than 25 people send me $10, I will shut this thing down. You won't. It's that video game too. Isn't that funny? Because it's really what it boils down to, babes. It's like this. Are you for my organization? Did you like? Do you like the way? See, this is, babes. You can't take this because I'm copywriting this. The language is already here, and I found the way to write it to make it come up more. You need to know about your prefixes and suffixes. They are pointing at it already. And this is why it's going to go so-called viral, but let's just say it's the contagion. It's not viral. Now, what's a better word for viral and contagion? But just contact high. It's the new contact high. See, that's what they didn't want. That's what they didn't want. So I wanted to talk about the government program. I mean, really, the money making system there, it's all centralized to them who had everybody diligently got, I mean, they proudly got, maybe they had to get their vaxes, to keep working in the government job. Some people stood down on that and said, no, I don't want to do that, especially nurses and stuff like that. It was kind of trippy. Um, we saw a statistic like that moving around. They don't report any of that has gone on. Just a lot of weird stuff went on with that, right? And so, but mainly you would see, oh, the corpsorates, the corporations, they all just stuck it through and they wore them masks, right? Some people may have just replaced. They said, "Shit, I'll never wear a mask and take their job for them," and so they just went for it. And other people were saying, "No, this is against my religion or something." It went clear all over the place like that, right? And so even customers were had to stand up. I know I was one. I said, you know what? I was definitely a customer. I wasn't a costumer. I was a customer. I cussed. Costumer. We're not there yet. If we admit that we're wearing costume to make money, see, I'm not doing that. I'm just saying that, okay, so if you hate me, you can shut me down by sending me $5. Send this $5, and if you don't win and they win, I stay here. And I might even get really much more jollier. I'll talk more about education. Um, it's a promise that you're going to have to just know that basically you'll have to double my organization people because I don't need much. I just need to. Um, but what I found out, see, the reason why I want you to send the money is because this piece of information you probably won't ever hear it from anywhere else. Is that it's a mistake. It's not true that money is energy. I knew that there was some kind of fucking error when they said that. It's just energy, John. No, there's human energy here. And then money, you want to know what money does for human energy? It squanders it. It just grinds it down and says, fuck you. It that's what it does. That if you want to really, you're not even completing your sentence when you say it's just human energy. It's just energy. No. What kind of energy is it? It's human energy. See, people that don't know how to do anything have to pay. They have to pay to have something done. I know because I work in a place all my life where, pardon me, it was just gardening. They it was interesting because they would kind of suck me into their stupidity, and I would have to stop them. I would say, no, we can't plant something to the effect of we can't plant a banana tree here because the climate that we're in a high desert. It snows. It's like mainly iced over for the wintertime. And you're facing the north. You're definitely on the north face. This won't grow here. See, they'll blame you if the fucking banana tree that they want you to plant doesn't doesn't live. And it's like, well, we're not okay. You're gonna have to pay me a lot of money to get the greenhouse going, okay? And I've seen them get ripped off so fucking hard because some kind of shit will go down like that. Like, well, maybe just to make steps or something. And it's like, fucking asshole paid me $8,000, and I just fall backwards. $8,000? I would have just charged you $800, and I have better rocks than that. And I did. I complete the little stepway with the bitchin' rocks that I had, and I hardly even charged $300. It was just the regular. I'm the gardener, and I'll do it little by little, and I'm happy to be here. And goddamn, man, fuck you, people. See, I'm sorry. What I'm saying is that money is an excuse in case it's very akin. I want money for this, please. I'm going to be the first one to get paid. Christ Jesus, am I onto something? Good luck, honey. They think they're collecting money from me at the church too. Oh, really? But I love you the best. You can do it. You can do it. I just want a little bit. You'll be surprised. I can be your dolly. All, all. How many of you? Supposedly, I got more. Um, people following me, and I can tell you about. I should be starting me. I can tell you about myself. I should start being honest about my actual life, telling you how unique of a life I've actually lived. Come on, no, babes, it is very unique. The way that I'll tell you. See, the thing is the enemy that wants to shut me down or that hates me or whatever. I'm saying that they have to send me at least 5,000. It has to go up to $5,000 this month, or else I can't listen to them. But my friends, all I'm asking for is $80 right now to get my stupid mailbox thing going. Yeah, that's how to play the money game, I guess. And the more, see, if I got that money from the enemy, um, uh, I would actually I would not shut down. I would just give it to my friends. You know, say, thank you. Just you deserve more for having stuck it out with me. You don't really know me. You don't know that I can get on the side of money and start. And when I do have money, I'm usually fair to people. What I need is just I can give it away. I can give money to people. Um, it's been hard this last 3 or 4 years. It's getting really pitiful the way that you're supposed to not do that. And it's like, no, whenever I was asked by a bum on the street, I know to give money, I give more than they expect to get. It's not always about money, right? And it's not always about answering that call either, right? I mean, I don't know. You have to be discerning. Um, it's hard. I am getting mental illness from it. So, but that's kind of what's happening with. I have this sun squaring my Jupiter and Venus, and it's like this is gonna go away because I need to clear up and just go make a little cash because there's very little that I need to. It's a little bit extra because of the mailbox thing this month, and I hate to get that weird look on my face, and um, I I don't do good with the the mask that you have to put on. I mean, I didn't want to wear a mask. It's like, babes, do you like what I'm offering or not? I would rather see. I'm trying to get really real with myself now. See, and I think I can. I think the population around me is changing a little bit, and they're listening a little bit more. And I keep scratching at it, and they keep seeing me a little bit more. And I've been attacked, and the worst has happened. So now I think the better is going to happen, which is just, babes. I know you guys aren't really taking me seriously. This is weird because it's like, it's leaned more into like, if I just advertise a tiny bit as a joke on Facebook about, hey, because I've gotten like 7 new friend requests from just men. I think they're older men looking for a dolly. I don't know. They could be narcissists. I know for sure they're narcissists when they can't write a letter of their own, but they say this really, it's kind and everything, but it's like, no, that's too Hallmark kind. That's too unreal. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. And this is where it's like, I don't even think I'm cut out for a one-on-one because I'm such an asshole. So please, send me money so I'll shut this thing off or I'll keep it on and entertain. I don't know. It's like, who's entertained, who's not? At this point, I bet you I can put a dime on my entertainment if it becomes funny enough for me. If it's funny enough for me, I'm going to say, babes, please. I'm having a blast. Um, clarifying to us in such a way that it's hilarious. Did I clarify anything here? I was trying to tell you about what I think. See, no, everybody's wrong. Money isn't just energy. You have skipped over a whole fucking genre of education and knowing the detail that's behind it, and it figures. You say money, and because I ask you what energy is behind money. Human energy. Humane energy, to put it clearly. Now, I know whether they know it like it or not, the humane being, they're working with love. They're working with it or they're working against it, but whatever it is, it's trying to peak out and be what all it can be. And see, I'm saying that if it loses its track too much, it's going to get caught up in the money thing. It's in fact going to think money is king, and it's like, no, human energy is king. If you're trying to create a metaphor and say, no, money is just energy. No, you said it wrong. You're incompleting your sentence there. I say, what energy is it? See, and now how I was talking about, see, I'm just going to poke around this now. It's minute 35 and you're with me. Please send money. Because this is copyrighted too, what I'm about to say. The organ, your heart, they say organization. See, your world and how confusing and everybody, it's just, what's going to happen? Oh, what's going to about to happen? Something's going to collapse or something. Why it's so just, we're wondering how the pyramids were built, and it's like something did it simply, probably. It's because they had a better perception. They were better people. Well, there's a way to become a better person. How? Well, stop poisoning yourselves. For one, you notice that you really want to work things out, but it's like I gotta eat, and then you try to eat, and it's like you're not eating anything that'll fucking give you the kind of energy you need to fucking do this fucking tightrope walk with what? Did you notice? Is there a human being there, or is there not a human being there? And if there isn't, there's a lot of work that you need to do. It takes a lot of energy to like extract yourself from that. It's like, wait a minute. And first of all, they are plugging into your energy. They're plugging into your energy. Now, are you getting enough pay for that? I don't know. I mean, have you ever experienced that? So, see, this is my experience now. Please send money. My experience is that the moneymaker needs your human energy. It has been drained. It's been so disconnected from its heart, right? You talk about it, is what Sam Vaknin is saying, is a professional psychiatrist, physicist, world renowned. And he's given us a lot of our terms that he speaks of about the plague of narcissism. And he says this, it's, well, of course, this isn't a big of course. They are the best at making money. You have to. Basically, you have to become a narcissist to become a big money maker or a mongrel. Somebody is high up there just doing it, to make it, yeah, psychopath for sure, especially the more you make it, most likely you are. You have vacated your moral values. There's small versions of it where it's just a sadomasochist that's there. We saw narcissism. See, the goal, like the only like intellectual progression that a narcissist has that says that they get an actual charge into them that says, man, this feels good, is they just graduate into sadomasochism. Now, sadomasochism is what happened to most of the population. $5 is all I need. When C-19 was announced, most people were narcissists anyway. And then all of a sudden it became, see, a sadomasochist wants to torture you. They get off on you suffering, and see that coupled with the power trip, that you would think that your friend that works at the laundromat, which is really you're just an acquaintance, right? But you've been going there for 25 to 30 years, suddenly turns on you. It's just you and the wall, and maybe your friend in the background, and they say, you know what, put your mask on, because put it over your nose, please, because I don't want to get sick. And you actually sit there and you're going like, you know what, in any other setting, I would take you out and say, you don't want to get sick, huh? Well, get sick. Take them outside and beat them against the fucking... I was here fucking 35 years, and now you're treating me like this. You're not even fucking thinking on your own. And that is what we are looking at right there. Yes, it has been determined. You can shut this off by giving me $25, you fucking haters. I'm going to raise it to $10,000. Of course I'll shut this thing off. Fuck this thing. I'm bored. If I just buy me my bike, get the fuck out of here. You want more on my what is already organized but has been reversed and stolen from you? Are you an at heist? Are you an at heist? Stolen from you. Stole the truth from you. Yeah. But the word is already here. You want the word? At heist. Or are you at heist? At heist. At heist? Are you at heist? At heist? You're missing a hell of a lot. Your own intelligence too. You're not turned on yet. So what you are now is just miser. You're not only a miser, but you are miser able. Miser able. Yes. Miser able. Just miser able. At heistable. At heistable. At heistable. Miserable. I think it's worth $5, babes. Please. Just because you think that I'm not real doesn't mean that the money isn't real.